Ladies and gentlemen across the galaxy, this is your Grand Admiral Arnold, director of the video gaming division here at the Galactic Empire. Finally saw Rise of Skywalker. Not gonna spoil anything, but from horrible to awesome, it was a good movie. I am feeling pretty solid about how the whole thing wrapped up. I would have changed something the last 25 to 30 minutes if I was directing the movie, but overall, I was pretty satisfied with how the movie turned out. Gonna see it a couple more times. Maybe we'll do a review. Maybe Gary will do a review of some sort. But what I want to review today is this guy on the screen right here, Resistance Hero Finn. Now, I did a stream yesterday quite extensively showcasing this character, and I'm just gonna say it right now, I think we're missing a couple things, and I think this Resistance Hero Finn is meant for the new Rey that is eventually coming to Galaxy of Heroes. And speaking of the new Rey, I want to talk about this just for a brief moment. This is fresh off the forums in regards to the upcoming Galactic Legends character. As we know, there's a new Rey, new Kylo. I think I have an idea what they're going to be called. I'm not going to spoil it at this moment until they do themselves for Galaxy of Heroes. But these two new Galactic Legends characters are not coming in December, but they're going to be released later on. Probably, I'm going to guess January, February at the very latest. And they will make sure you know the requirements leading up to the event. Who knows how long that's going to be? Hopefully a week plus long, but we've gotten 1 to 2 day notices before. And the reason why I point this out today, ladies and gentlemen, is there's a high likelihood that this Resistance Hero Finn is going to be needed for the Rey or the Kylo Ren that's going to be coming soon. So what I'm going to show you today, it's definitely a pending thing, because Resistance Hero Finn, it's an all right character. It's not drastically transforming Jedi training Rey. And my number one concern, I showed this team on the stream, this is what we're going to be battling quite a lot today. It does some okay things, but it's not going to be things like I don't think it's going to really crush Darth Revan teams at the moment. And it's mainly because Finn has this really cool thing in his rallying call, which I really like. This is actually fantastic for the raids. I might do a better phase 1 raid video at some point, but I love the fact he can do massive heals for the team. He can get attackers to assist, and he can get tanks to taunt and get critical hit immunity. The problem is when you look at this team right here, there's no attacker, so no one's going to be assisting, and Jedi training Rey gets a forced taunt. Now, in other situations, a forced taunt on Jedi training Rey might be kind of cool because of how she operates. She has a self-cleanse mechanism, all this stuff. But when you think about the top-end things right now in the game that are really after the leader, such as Darth Revan going all out and spreading fear on the leader, having Jedi training Rey taunt means the whole team gets feared. So that's just my kind of minor gripe right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you things that are making the Geonosians worse. As you know, First Order is not a good update for Geonosians. Citrus absolutely demolishes the Geonosians, and Resistance Hero Finn with Jedi training Rey causes a big problem for Geonosians because they're going to run out the gate, as we're going to see right here, and once the R2 starts applying exposes, it gets a little difficult for us to keep up here. In a second, we're going to see R2 get some work done, and we're going to see, come on, get some, boy, they're just running circles around us. They have so much speed going on, and they're removing so much Terminator, so many AoEs. These past couple updates for Resistance and First Order have not done the Geonosians any sort of favors whatsoever. So I guess this is kind of the biggest highlight I've really seen so far, is that Jedi training Rey with Resistance Hero Finn is a solid. It's a team that got a little bit better than it did before, where things like Genos are no longer going to be that annoying, because a lot of people have a Resistance team, and actually I've shown on the stream you really don't need Resistance Hero Finn to beat Genos, and you could do other things like Holdo or whatever. But Resistance Hero Finn does make it a lot easier because you have a mass AoE, and the more AoEs you get, the more exposed you get, the more Terminator removal you get. It's a constant cycle that the Genos get locked down in. But when we start cranking at the dial, going with other teams like Commander Luke Skywalker right here, it's not really going to be a team causing too many problems. I'm just going to go after Finn at the very beginning. The problem is that it's easy to target down Finn pretty darn early. And again, we're a little bit out Relic. This is almost a full Relic 7 team we're going up against right here. But really, once you take out Resistance Hero Finn, you can basically, it's no different than a traditional Jedi training Rey team. So the point being is, if you're expecting Resistance Hero Finn to bring some sort of major viability, kind of like Hux and Sith Troopers bringing for Sith and the First Order, doesn't seem like it's like that quiet. And my predictions are that the Finn that we have right now is not meant for this Jedi training Rey, but whatever the future of Jedi training Rey is gonna be, or it's gonna be probably Jedi Rey, maybe Grandmaster Rey, who knows? There's a lot of ways you could probably name the new Rey that we're all kind of talking about. Point being is that this Finn, I think it's designed for a different character, and it really comes down to that rallying call, where it seems like the new Rey might be an attacker or a support or something, because forcing a taunt on Rey doesn't seem to be all that helpful. I mean, he did basically nothing for that lineup right there. Here's another battle. We're going in with a drastically bad Relic team here. We got Relic 1s and 2s and 3s. Grievous is the only one at Relic 7, but you should be able to put it on auto and still get some work done. So I mean, yeah, they're probably going to take out Magna Guard, but once Grievous starts doing his thing, it's basically a game set match at this point. So we tried a bunch of teams. If you watch the stream that I referenced earlier, you're going to find things like we tried Kenobi. The developers recommend you try out Kenobi, and I'm pretty sure it's not because he has resistance synergy. Kenobi has 0 resistance synergy going on for him, but he has the anti-critical hit immunity, the critical hit immunity, which should protect things like Finn a lot more, and hopefully maybe if you're forcing a taunt on Jedi Training Rey, you give her critical hit immunity. It seems to be a placeholder. If I had to guess, besides the fact that the new Rey is probably going to be a non-tank role, we're probably going to get a new Poe of some sort, because as in the new movie, you know, Finn, Poe, and Rey, they're kind of the main core of the whole resistance or the whole sequel that's going on in the Star Wars universe. I just don't think whatever's coming up, even the new Kylo, I don't think the new Kylo is supposed to be working with the current Kylos that we have, or the current First Order. It seems like a whole other type of team is going to be formed, because I don't think the developers have an intention of a Rey Finn. It's probably going to be new Finn, new Rey, having a new team of some sort. Now I got a couple more battles I want to show you guys. We're gonna go through the 2 most meta teams right now, General Skywalker as well as Darth Revan, because those are the kind of the golden teams to beat, and I don't think Resistance Hero Finn in the current state he's in is gonna do much. Maybe these Galactic Legends, now that we know that they're not coming this month, but they're gonna be coming sometime in most likely January, February, the latest, if I had to guess. Those might be the next few things that push us to the new meta. I'm gonna kind of just let this play the way it is. They should be taking out Finn, because Finn's just gonna heal up everyone. We'll let the AI do its own thing right now, but I have a feeling that whatever's coming up soon, we're gonna see the new Finn, new Rey, maybe new Kylo, and whatever the Sith Trooper be the new counter to General Skywalker. Unfortunately, General Skywalker didn't really have much of a reign, since he's already kind of getting outshadowed by Darth Revan, man. Like, we're not gonna talk much about it, and of course the whole 5-star fiasco thing going on. But where it stands, a fully reliced out resistance team with Finn and all that, it's not really putting too much of a dent into General Skywalker right now. So that's what I'm kind of saying. I don't think this Finn is meant for this Rey. That next Rey seems to be like the new juicy thing to kind of add to our meta. Right now, I have to admit, we're kind of at a point in this game right now where there are multiple dominant teams. We're no longer at the period, as we saw with General Skywalker, he wasn't bringing back a single dominant meta like Darth Revan and Malik and Jedi Knight Revan before that, and Traya. We're coming back to a part of the game which I kind of am digressing a little bit, because I'm enjoying that we're kind of going down this route. We're kind of going back to a part of the game where there's multiple things being viable. Right now we have Galactic Republic, you got Darth Revan, you kind of have Jedi Knight Revan somewhere in between there. And I kind of wanted to play this team real quick, because I was hoping to maybe show you how the whole Finn mechanic works, because Finn has this cool thing that I think will work better in the future. I think that Finn's laying the groundwork to taking out things like Darth Revan, or at least letting Rey be a soft counter, because Finn, in his unique ability, he has this cool little mechanism where he penalizes you for having your resistance character miss on turns. Resistant Hero Finn is inspired when an ally is prevented from using an ability during their turn, which right now only stun and fear stop you from taking turns, or make you skip a turn, I should say. They recover 40% health and protection. So let's wrap it up with one more battle. I'm bringing an under Relic team up against this Jedi Training Rey. I mean, this could actually, they could give a more of a hard time for Shock T. So that's kind of a highlight I want to bring out, because BB-8 can outrun Captain Rex. We're going to get a sacrifice right here. But basically, once they get their little Terminator train going, it's going to be kind of hard for me to catch up at this point. Hopefully, the 5 sacrifice is going to mean something. So really, if you're trying to make the most out of Resistance Hero Finn and Jedi Training Rey that we currently have in the game before the new Reys and Kylos get added at some point, probably some other new characters, if I had to guess, the best things you can do with them right now is countering Geos, which is kind of an annoying team that's kind of hard to find counters without dipping into things like Padme, Darth Revan, General Grievous. Using Jedi Training Rey up against Shock T and clones or Genos, that's actually kind of useful to know because you don't want to be digging into really good teams that you'd rather use against General Skywalkers and other Darth Revan and Padme teams out there. So Jedi Training Rey did get a little bit more viability because of what Finn is bringing, Resistance Hero Finn is bringing to the team. And really the only other thing I'd say go after Finn is if you're looking to try to maybe increase your raid game. He looks pretty solid. In phase 1 of the Sith Raid, we did some initial testing. We got some pretty good damage on the live stream that he probably can get even more damage once I fine-tune the strategy and the understanding of how the team works in phase 1. But I will say this, normally I'll whale on a character to make videos on. However, I did not whale on this character. It doesn't make much sense right now. The character isn't that fantastically good, drastically changing the faction like Hux and the Sith Trooper were. I think it's mainly this is going to be a character that's going to be needed soon. So if you want to get this character, it's because you're looking for a Geonosis encounter with the Resistance or against Shaak Ti or more damage in the raids, or you're trying to plan ahead for whatever the new Galactic Legends Rey is, because I'm almost certain this character is going to be needed to unlock Rey based on how the movie went. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Please don't spoil the movie. I want to give a shout out to everyone who spoiled the movie before I even went to see it. That's going to wrap it up. Like if you did enjoy it, comment down below on all your thoughts, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And I'll see all you lovely people in the next video. Peace out, everyone.